He thought he hid a sin, but Allah was hiding something else for him, a secret mercy, a protection he never knew he needed until the day his life was about to collapse. Before the story begins, if you believe Allah's mercy is greater than your mistakes, stay till the end. This story will change the way you look at repentance forever. The sin he hid. His name was Hamza. To the world, he was quiet, responsible, and respectful. But deep inside, he carried a sin he had committed when he was younger, one he regretted every single day. It wasn't the kind of sin people could easily see, and maybe that's why it haunted him more. He feared two things: Allah's punishment and people finding out. He lived with both fears wrapped around his heart, tightening whenever he remembered what he had done. But the strange thing was, even though he feared exposure, he never stopped believing that Allah still wanted him to return. So he hid the sin from the world and hid his tears for Allah alone. The repentance. Every night before sleeping, long after everyone else was asleep, he would sit alone, and he whispered the same words: Ya Allah, you know what I did. You know the shame I carry. Forgive me, hide me, and don't let this sin destroy me. He repeated those words for years, and although he never felt like he became pure, something deep inside him softened. He found himself avoiding the places, people, and situations that once triggered his downfall. Sometimes he would cry without knowing why. Sometimes he would feel peace he couldn't explain. And he didn't know it yet, but with every sincere repentance, he was building something. A shield he couldn't see, a protection he didn't understand. Repentance was not just wiping his past, it was preparing his future. The test. Tests come suddenly, and he arrived in a way he never expected. One afternoon, while returning from work, Hamza received a message from an unknown number. A simple sentence: I know what you did. His hands froze, his chest tightened. His worst fear: someone had discovered the sin he hid for years. Another message came: meet me tomorrow, or everyone will know. Hamza felt the world blur around him. His mind raced to every possibility. Who was it? How did they find out? Why now? That night he prayed like a man drowning. But this time his dua was different. He didn't ask for escape, he asked for strength. Ya Allah, if this is my punishment, I accept it. But if you choose to hide me, then no one can expose me. He didn't sleep a single minute. The meeting. The next day, Hamza walked into the meeting place, an empty park bench. A man was already sitting there. Hamza approached slowly, quietly, terrified. The man looked up. His face was cold. His eyes were unblinking. So you came. Hamza swallowed. What do you want? The man leaned closer and whispered, I've been watching you for years. I know everything about your past, and I can ruin you. Hamza's heart dropped. But, the man paused. I want something. Hamza braced himself. Money, a lot of it. Blackmail. Hamza realized that this wasn't about the sin at all. Someone wanted to use it to control him. He tried to speak, but the man cut him off. You have 3 days. Decide whether you want your life to stay normal or collapse. Hamza walked away shaking, not because of the man, but because Allah had just shown him something. The sin he hid wasn't going to destroy him. The greed of another man might. The fall apart. The following days were the darkest of his life. He couldn't work, he couldn't eat, he couldn't think. He walked around feeling like a clock ticking toward disaster. But then,
something happened, something small but powerful. While praying Fajr, the Imam recited a verse, "And whoever fears Allah, He will make a way out for him." Those words cracked something open inside Hamza. He realized something he had forgotten. If Allah had hidden his sin all these years, why would He suddenly expose it now? Why would He abandon him at the moment he needed mercy the most? That morning he made a decision. He wouldn't give the blackmailer a single coin. He put his trust where it always should have been. The miracle. On the third day, the deadline, Hamza received a call, not from the blackmailer, but from a mutual acquaintance. "Did you hear?" the caller asked, trembling. "That man, the one who usually sits in the park, he was arrested today." Hamza's breath stopped. What? Why? Blackmail, extortion, threatening people. Someone finally reported him. They said he had been targeting many people for months. Hamza felt the world shift. The man who tried to expose him was exposed by Allah instead. The threat disappeared, the fear dissolved, the secret remained hidden, protected by a mercy he could never repay. And in that moment, Hamza understood something deep. It wasn't his sin that saved him, it was his repentance. Years of secret dua, years of crying alone, years of turning back to Allah even while feeling unworthy. His repentance built a wall around him, invisible but unbreakable. The realization. One night while sitting alone, Hamza whispered to himself, "All this time, I was afraid my sin would destroy me, but the only thing destroyed today was the plan of someone who wanted to harm me." He realized something beautiful. Allah did not just forgive him, Allah protected him. Not because he was perfect, not because he deserved it, but because he never stopped returning. And this is the secret many people forget. A person who sincerely repents is not the same person who sinned. Allah treats them like someone new, and the world's accusations can never touch what Allah has covered. The lesson. The lesson of Hamza's life was simple. Your worst sin is not your end. Your repentance is your beginning. And when Allah hides a sin, no one can expose it. When Allah protects a heart, no one can break it. And when Allah sees sincerity, He makes miracles appear where you expect disaster. Hamza spent the rest of his life with a calmer heart, not because he forgot his past, but because he understood its purpose. His sin brought him to repentance, his repentance brought him to Allah, and Allah brought him to peace. Conclusion. Your sin does not define you, your repentance does. Do not let your past lock you in fear. Do not let your regret destroy you. Let it guide you back to the one who already knows and still waits for you. If this story touched your heart, remember someone else may need it too. Share it, let it soften another soul, and never stop returning to Allah, because His mercy chases those who walk towards Him.